Hey guys, it's 2-1 Maxwell here, and welcome to the latest instalment of WWE The Evolution Will Be Televised, a TEW save of the 2003 mod. I hope you enjoyed the last episode. If you didn't, get back and check it out. It was the Royal Rumble, where we went a little bit different than real life, so the only spoiler I'll give you is that it wasn't Brock Lesnar who won the Rumble, it was someone else. But overall, a successful show, and as I say, now we carry on the road to No Way Out, on the road to WrestleMania 19. So without further ado, let's crack on with this episode of Monday Night Raw, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. Let's crack on. So 14,586 people at the UNM University Arena, and start of the show, they debuted last night to help Triple H defeat Scott Steiner to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Evolution has been formed. The stable of Triple H, Ric Flair, Batista and Randy Orton is now official. So that was a B-75 due to the lack of overness on Batista and Randy. Triple H improvised well through the segment. Randy didn't, but the colour commentary and the announcing helped the segment. The show got off to a strong start. Crowd got hotter. Triple H looked like a star, whilst Randy Orton looked lost. Main event storyline continues. There will be a lot of poor segments with these in it, but it's all part of the journey, and obviously trying to turn Batista and Randy Orton into the superstars that they became in real life. So that's the first angle of the show. And due to this, we have an impromptu match. It was about to had a decent reaction from the crowd, but it also had subpar wrestling, and it saw Evolution members Randy Orton and Batista defeat the Hurricane and Spike Dudley in 6:14. Batista defeated Spike with a Batista bomb. Spike Dudley was a weak link here, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance. C-58, Ric Flair did some good work at ringside. Batista unfortunately off his game. Everybody in the kind of 50 performances there apart from Spike. No skill improvements and poor psychology for Batista, poor gimmick for Orton. Both guys were in consistency levels. So we're hoping with the amount of matches they'll have over the next couple of years that they can really mould the likes of Batista and Orton into the athletes we want them to become. Next up, a hype video about the returning Rhino, of course made his return at the Royal Rumble to defeat Christian, and that was a C62. And Rhino's in action. It's a short matchup where he defeats Rico in 5:25 with a Goa, C plus 67, fairly impressive there. Rhino with 68 to Rico's 49, so a far better performance than at the pay-per-view against Christian. Rico improving Rumble skills. Next up, we had our women's match of the day. As you can see, we signed obviously Luna Vachon just to beef up the female roster. It was about the had subpar wrestling in Little Heat, and it saw the team of Luna Vachon and Victoria defeat Trish and Jacqueline in 6:50 when Luna defeated Jacqueline with a Luna bomb. Trish is obviously going to be head and shoulders above everyone else. I think Luna at this time would have been about 40, but she was coming off, I think she had a run in the late 90s, early 2000s with WWE. I'm not too sure how that ended personally, but we'll put her in. As I say, she's someone that's going to be, she was very intimidating, and that's what we're going to put her in. She is going to play that psycho gimmick, and I feel like her and Victoria could be a good tandem. But C-54 is pretty good to start with. No skill improvements, a few negatives there. Obviously Luna would have declining physical ability due to her age, and of course every lady was holding back in a storytelling match. But it's basically expanding the division, because effectively until Jazz and Lita are back, it's going to be just Trish and Victoria for the title every pay-per-view. Next up, another match to fill time, saw Test defeat Steven Richards 5:25 with the test drive. This was a C60. Test with a 58 performance to Stevie Richards 49. Stevie improves his performance skills. Test get the negative reaction, but overall, decent matchup that, yeah, builds some momentum for Test. Then we've got a promo with Eric Bischoff, and he's basically put his right-hand man, Chief Morley, in action. So he'll take on Kane, coming up tonight. That's a B-73. We then get a alliance of our main event tonight, which is going to see Triple H team up with William Regal and Lance Storm for a B-72. As you can imagine, because of how well-rounded they are, Regal and Storm will be getting pushed quite highly in this, so Triple H came across well and it got the crowd hotter. Regal proving acting and both men showing more charisma. Next up was that decent matchup that saw Kane defeat Chief Morley in 10:48 with a tombstone piledriver. Very respectable B81, Kane win 85 to Morley's 55. It was one of those matches where just Bischoff just making sure his chief and staff's in line and try to teach Kane a lesson, but the reality is Kane was always going to beat him. But very promising that that's the victory we get. Disappointing though the stamina levels. It's certainly not the TEW save I've got in 2020, where everybody's able to pull off 20-minute matches. But that's what wrestling was back then. We've got to adjust to the times. But overall, pretty pleased with that. After the match though, Kane is celebrating, but we get Mark Henry returning. Obviously he was in developmental and he's coming down to beat the crap out of Kane. C plus 71. He's never going to be as good as he was in 2010, 2011. Hall of Pain was absolutely incredible. We'll try and work with him. Admittedly, his stats are absolutely terrible in this, but we'll see how much we can push Mark Henry. It won't quite be the Hall of Pain, but we'll see how we can get him working with Teddy Long. And of course, Teddy Long just hypes up the promo saying that him and Mark Henry are together. So that's a C minus 50. There's obviously going to be a feud between Kane and Mark Henry going forward. We have Christian and Jericho, obviously good friends. They're just basically saying they're going to form an alliance and just make sure, that nothing like has happened previous to Christian happens again. So that's a B80. And they were taking a tag team match, which had superb wrestling and great heat. And Christian finally picks up a win. It was him and Jericho defeating RVD and Shawn Michaels when Jericho beat RVD in 13:53 illegally using the ropes for leverage. It's really just building up as many stars as possible. We can rub the overness of HBK and RVD onto others, so I'm hoping to build Christian and Jericho up as well. But a B82 here, that's obviously going to be hindered because of the short length of the match, but I feel like if this was a storyline feud behind it, it'd be going well. But it's just filler for Shawn Michaels, keeping him away from the title. And yeah, overall, very happy with that. Which will lead us to our main event. Triple H cuts a promo on Scott Steiner, just saying Evolution destroyed them last night, and it just shows he's just some WCW hack, and it has been. That's a B plus 87 from Triple H. And the main event match was good. It was the team of Scott Steiner and the Dudleys defeating Triple H, Lance Storm and William Regal in 17:32 when Scott Steiner finally picks up a win over Triple H with a Steiner flatliner. In terms of in-ring work, Triple H was head and shoulders above everyone else. B79's okay. In terms of in-ring performances, I'm quite happy with everybody. Lance Storm could have maybe been a bit better, but I'm going to put that down to lack of overness rather than, as I say, his technical ability, because that is absolutely class. But the title storyline does lose a bit of heat. The tag team storyline advances a little bit. Still need to decide where I'm going to go with both, but I think No Way Out will probably see Triple H and Steiner. Still deciding what to do at Mania. The match also would have been hampered here because we had to keep Triple H strong. I was hoping to get a bit of his overness onto Steiner. And after the matchup, Evolution plus Lance Storm and William Regal just decided to beat down the Dudleys. So C plus 71, Lance Storm performed poorly, so did Randy Orton. Both storylines advancing. As we go off the air, thankfully it was a B80, so there was a wee bit of worry with that last angle that it may take the rating down a little bit, but increases the pop in 15 regions, and I'm hoping the showing on the pay-per-view, the showing on Raw, can slowly but surely build up the overness for Randy and for Batista. So look here, so the vast majority enjoyed the show, that's good to see. Heat doesn't seem to have been down particularly well. Heat is just kind of throwaway, like I've just been doing, I've done tests of Stevie Richards on there as well, 3-minute warning performed, Chief Morley gets his wins there, Daphne made her debut, just stuff like that, and 3-minute warning, just putting Dreamer through stuff, but I don't know, I'll probably just leave that to build a couple of things up before I debut them on the actual series itself. But overall, a 19.10 TV rating, 14,000 on drug testing, which is still far too expensive in this, and Test just doesn't get it. probably cut the could loose. I was going to try a Johnny Ace impression there, but best of luck in your future endeavours, kid. But of course, millions of people with minor morale issues, as we all know, that is purely because of the Rumble, and people not being on that, so that'll be a problem when there's a lot of these lower talents that won't be on, like No Way Out, etc. So what I'm going to do, just to kind of sort this a wee bit, Jericho won't be one of these people that gets it, but just give everyone, so I'm going to know there's 124,000 here, give everybody 1,000, and there you go. Get rid of most of them, apart from the ones that are more than just minor, but it's a small loss just to clear that up a little bit and make it look a bit more presentable. So Raw's looking okay. I just want to quickly check. Orton is up to 56, 57 over, so if we quick look at his popularity, it doesn't really tell you what he started at, so I can't really comment if he's progressed much. Batista at 55, so we know where they're at just now. It's all about just continuing to build it up over time, but as I say, this is their breakout year effectively. But there's nobody else, I've not really signed them today. There was a few names I was looking at for the Rumble, just to give you an idea of who we could bring in. Sting, DDP, Goldberg. There's not really many options in terms of over guys that could do a job, but we'll see. Sting, I think, will probably leave for a bit. Goldberg will try and bring him in, and when he effectively came in real life, Dallas Page, maybe give him one more run. But yeah, overall, pretty pleased with it. But as I say, we've got 3 weeks now to build up to No Way Out, and then it's going to be a nice wee 5-week build to WrestleMania. So as always, guys, cheers for watching, much appreciated. Let me know what you thought of the show. If you enjoyed it, drop a wee thumbs up. Any comments in TW in general, how your own saves are getting on, let me know. Any shares, retweets are much appreciated as well. If you haven't already, hit that sub button, there'll be a wee button popping up on the video as well. And of course, there'll be a playlist link to all the previous videos in the series. And of course, don't forget to check out the TNA save and also the WWE 2020 save, where pretty much every indie talent in the world is in WWE, and we're still making Roman look strong. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll catch you next time, hopefully, for SmackDown. Bye-bye.